this year, both to Maryland. We welcome you into the broadcast. He is the former Ohio State Buckeye, Greg Bice, Joel Gadet. Greg, this is the first time that Michigan has ever been in this tournament. So if you could pick a team to match the Wolverines up against in their first Big Ten tournament matchup, would it be the Ohio State Buckeyes?
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows about the rivalry. These teams do not like each other. Michigan coming in at 2-8, Ohio State at 4-6. Throw those records out the window. Those have all been conference games due to COVID restrictions. These teams are legit.
Take a look at the keys for these two teams, and it starts on offense for Michigan. Kevin Connery says that Josh Zawada is one of the more underrated players in the country. What makes him stand out?
He does everything for this Wolverines team on the offensive end. The way that Coach Connery uses him, he will long dodge, he will wing dodge, he will attack from X. He can score, he can pass. The kid literally does it all. And on the other side of the ball, Jack Myers, the quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes, has really turned into a goal scorer. Started off his career at Ohio State as a feeder primarily, averaging 4 points a game. First team All-Big Ten Conference, well-deserved.
Ohio State's been to the championship of the Big Ten tournament in 2015 and in 2017. 2-3 record all-time for the Buckeyes. Of course, Michigan again participating for the first time. Nick Rowlett for Michigan, Justin Inacio for Ohio State at the faceoff X to start things off, and Ohio State wins the opening draw. That will be critical right off the top here, Greg. Michigan can't lose faceoffs.
Well, how about Mikey Boehm there, picking off the pass in the clear, but you talk about the face-off battle.
Early shot and a goal, Michigan lose the opening faceoff, score the opening goal. Gavin Legg for the first time this year.
That is the talk about him a lot this afternoon. He's been a fantastic freshman. You see him hustle, head up. The trailer hits leg, and then the step down. That's a great shot from the long stick.
When one of your defenders with a long pole is scoring the opening game of the Big Ten Conference Tournament night.
Mistake when you get tested time and time again. So Coach Connery was talking about how important the possession game is. And it starts with Rowlett, first team All-Big Ten.
Early run for Alex Buckenavage here, 10 on the shot clock. He's 42 in blue. Gives it up to Tyler Papa. Limestone transfer, he's on the board. 2-0 Wolverines.
You see the redirect here. They flip the field on the Buckeyes. Good approach here from Henrik. Pretty good defense, but does not get enough. And Papa just getting his hands free and blowing it by.
Cleaned it up behind by Bonomi. And as a defender, Greg, from your standpoint, both those face-off guys can score. There's a shot and a score. Michigan continues to lay it on. Jacob Jackson for the 5th consecutive game. 3-0.
Just the feed, simple dodge here. Great job to keep the stick in his left hand by Jackson. That increases his angle when he brings it.
Flies early, it's Stevenson low. Rebound kicked out, but Van de Bovenkamp able to save it to himself. Back to that face-off point, Greg, if you're a defender and these teams can score in transition, particularly also off of face-offs, what is your level of awareness? Another one for Ohio State. Jacob Snyder in transition.
Wow, what a sequence we just had shot. You see Camille right here, number 8 for the Buckeyes, finds Snyder, and I thought, wow, Snyder, that's really deep. I don't think he's going to shoot it. Proves me wrong with a high bouncer. High bouncers will go.
John Kirikoff, the goalie for Michigan, has had a 17 and a 16 save game this year against Penn State and Johns Hopkins, respectively.
And he's gotten better as the season's progressed.
In front, not a lot he can do there. Just got his head turned. And
that one.
That's what I was going to say. You look at this. Ball comes from X so quickly. How does Kirikoff respond when he turns around and there's a shot in his eyes?
That's the
Please keep your mouth quiet.
Welcome those of you that were watching the Nebraska Cornhuskers spring football game. This is the start of the Big Ten Men's Lacrosse Championships. And just in time, we've got a fresh Men's Lacrosse Championships. And just in time, we've got a fresh start. 3-all.
Impressive. And it's not surprising that he would come in second. I'm surprised he didn't win the thing. So extremely competitive, tough kid, grinder, great lacrosse player.
There's Ford missing low. Van de Bovenkamp kicked out the rebound, and it's put home.
Guess who?
Mikey Boehm with his
fantastic hockey player. St. Ignatius. He's scored multiple goals like this, just being in the right place, the right time. He just has his nose in there always.
They look the same on paper. You're getting off the field in a loop or in a straight line. Like those little things that give somebody an advantage somewhere. That's an advantage, Ohio State. Second goal of the game for
this release from Jackson Reed. He drops his hands a lot and goes low to high or low to low, and this is straight over the top. He shoots over that Michigan defender, which makes it extremely...
But again, the clear issues. That's Bryce Clay one-on-one. Now he's one on the goal. Bryce Clay is the best rider on the field.
We talked about pull goals as being this is a momentum swing, make no doubt about it. You see here, Bryce just breaks down, doesn't over pursue, comes up with the ground ball, then wins the foot race and makes it look easy.
How does that happen? That's one-on-one. That's a...
Bodes very well for them in the future.
Well, look at who's scoring goals. Michael Boehm, 17 goals. Freshman Josh Zawada, 21 goals, sophomore. Goalkeeper's one of the 7 juniors. New 8 goals. Doorstep. Vanden Bovenkamp nearly had it. Boehm scores again on a trickle job. Combined 2 miles an hour.
This is a fantastic feed here from Buchanavage. He steps in like he's going to shoot, commits the defense, which leaves Boehm open on the doorstep. And Bovenkamp gets a piece just...
Because of the youth movement, it's been tough to find minutes, and Buchanavage has been key today. So is Boehm. That's why it's hard to play. Michael Boehm, hat trick, first half.
Ohio State just looks like they're on different pages. You see the pick here, and it's just enough rub, and then it's just a foot race. And at that point, Boehm's 3 yards ahead of DeSantis, is able to...
This is Papa, the Limestone transfer, with a goal already. Drives right past Camille, gets in front, behind his back. He does land in the goal mouth. It's one of the more controversial rules to enforce this year in college lacrosse, but that looked like a good call on it.
Transition opportunity, Camille with the ball to Leclerc.
Rips it high! Ohio State strikes first. The first goal for Trey.
From Camille. He ends up with the ball, makes the right decision. You're a freshman. You run in the break, just throw it to double fours and let him rip from deep. What a stroke.
All-time goal scorer.
You know, it hit him on the shoulder pad, not the helmet.
That's a goal. Grant McMurray. He's a freshman. They all are. Out of the Cleveland area in Ohio.
Little seal there.
So what draws that attention? You've got so many bodies. He's taken 3. He's won 2 of them. 66%. When he's not taking them, it's 2 of 13.
Was he out there on that last one?
Turn the corner. Oh, Bonomi.
You see here against Terefenko. Gets to the middle. It's a good shot.
From that angle, it looked even better. I didn't realize he had beaten Terefenko so much. He had a good 2 steps between he and his defender.
That's a very difficult shot. He's running away from the cage, and his ability to get enough mustard on it.
And that is an Asio that wins the faceoff clean. Ohio State trying to capitalize early. That's how the Buckeyes need to do it. Hat trick for Jackson Reed.
Kirikoff off the near post. This is box lacrosse right here.
Well, they are Canadians.
They are Canadians. You see him here and just blows it near side high. That's a very...
Reed lurking bottom of the screen. Now from X, working around goal line, and a bounce shot scores.
See the ball kicked through to X here. He's being played. Pretty good defense. Look at him just drop his shoulder, get to the spot that he wants, and he shoots that bounce shot. A chance to play in the horseshoe. We played at Jesse Owens, the snake pit back in the day.
On the run, that's low and in. Jacob Jackson for the 2nd time. Boy, Michigan pedal to the metal.
For the Wolverines. Everybody looking good, doing their job, drawing a little slide, catching, attacking, finishing your shot. You know, they never looked rushed. The ball was moving. Guys were attacked.
From Texas, but, you know.
It was different when, you know, that was the first person actually to get a lacrosse scholarship from, oh, look at that.
Ohio State with an answer. How about Jackson Reed stretching it this time?
He's got the hot hand for the Buckeyes. Yeah, I know. Jackson Reed always does a good job for the Buckeyes in the zone, just finding a soft spot. This is a talent itself. You see him just kind of keep creeping until he gets to that spot. Give Leclerc a lot of credit for throwing it for Ohio State. Michigan got out of their zone and played man-to-man.
Which has got to shock the system a little bit when you've seen it all game. McCurry missed wide. Kicked back out. Second chance goes in the back of the net. Josh Zawanda, you knew it was coming. His 22nd goal this season and his...
So evenly matched. The coaches are so good. You need a little bit of luck. And you see the ricochet off of Snyder on the initial shot, and it goes right to Zawada. This is in. I think Maryland is in, obviously, regardless of what happens the rest of this tournament. I think that, oh, wow.
That's a rip shot into the corner and momentum for Michigan in transition, and another.
Look, and you see the picked off pass. That's a great job. Stick up in the lane, and then how about running the field?
Jackson Zog, get out of my way.
And then the shot's a great shot.
Ryan Schreiber, it's the second goal. I mean, the defense can score for Michigan.
A great shot and great celebration for Ohio State. Just need a stop. Start with a stop.
Michigan on the run!
Nomi again, just calling his own number, getting to the middle. And this shot placement, dragging the defense, the goaltender across and shooting back to the far side on the jump shot. Fantastic goal, young man.
And have a date with the #1 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins.
Yeah, and if you're Ohio State, you got to start thinking first shot, not best shot.
There's a shot, and it goes in. So Jack Myers at least gets that one back.
Sets up this pick. You're going to see here from Hughes, excuse me, Grant Mitchell.
Now, whose responsibility is that to?
When you're playing a team that's talented and well coached.
And hungry. Like they don't know any better. On the run, the Pole scores. Jeff Henrich's second goal of the season. Out of the Hill side, and the Buckeyes not done yet.
Henrich has a great stick. And you see him finish. Coach Myers, he's never missed a game. Coach Myers said he's never missed a practice.
And in this year of all years.
Right.
3:15 left to go. Michigan unsettled in transit. Bryce Clay, an exclamation point.
What a swing. What a swing. Starts with Jack Myers. Look at the toughness, getting to the middle, hands free. Beats Kirchhoff, saved by the post. And the legs had a great game, running transition. If you're going to shoot this with this time, at this time where you're up, game clock's running down, you better.
Michigan's 2-8. He said, no. They're a top 15 team. I don't care. Talent-wise, he proved himself right. That does find the back of the twine. So Jack Myers scores another netminder. With 13 seconds left. And that is a goalmouth violation on Ohio State. So with 9 seconds left to go, Michael Cosgrove can hold this in his stick. The Michigan Wolverines, for the first time ever, made the Big Ten Men's Lacrosse Championship. And for the first time ever, they win a game in the bracket. The Michigan Wolverines advance to the semis. And Kevin Conry's team gets the job done.
And the story was the failure of the Ohio State Buckeyes to clear. The long pole goals, as you mentioned. And the zone, the Michigan zone, slowed down the Ohio State offense in the second period, which gave Michigan that breathing room. And what a great game played by the Wolverines, and how good they have gotten over the course of this season with their talented sophomore and freshman class.
It's an incredible growth right in front of everybody's eyes. Like, this is not the same team that lost its first 4 games this year. It's the team that has won its last game, and the